If an aggressive man all of a sudden had more testosterone, he would just become more aggressive, and a kind person would become even kinder. More testosterone makes you more of what you already are as a person. So if you are an ambitious person, the more testosterone you have, the more power you get channeled towards achieving that ambition. And that's why I wanted to devote this video to ambitious men. Imagine a situation an entrepreneur goes through. Everything is about beating your competition, outworking, outsmarting them. And in that kind of competitive environment, if you have more testosterone, you can destroy these suckers. It makes the effort feel good. You love when something is challenging. Exercise feels great because you're going against the resistance. You're putting in the work, solving problems, and it feels good. It gives you more confidence, it gives you more energy, good stuff. So let's talk about the things that will boost your testosterone but also optimize your hormones for high performance. The first and most obvious thing to look at is your diet. And look, it's very simple. It doesn't matter whether you're gonna do normal diet, keto diet, whatever. Studies are all over the place. You just have to eat less junk. General rule is 80% of healthy stuff and 20% of whatever you want. All of the other stuff you'll have to figure out by yourself because we are all different. But what's really important is how much you eat. Because if you're fat, you can eat as healthy as you want, it doesn't matter. You're still gonna be unhealthy and have low testosterone. Same goes if you're way too skinny. So many people have shredded six-pack, look insane, but feel like shit. Because that's not healthy. They look healthy on the outside, but on the inside, they're all messed up.
I realized that, like, when I was done with that movie, I don't ever want to be in that good a shape again. Really.
Somewhere around 15% body fat is ideal for most of the men who want to be healthy, feel good, and have high testosterone levels. Resistance training, so weightlifting, right? It's going to increase your androgens, so your testosterone, DHT, DHEA, all kinds of good stuff. It will make you all kinds of good gains, you know. What type of resistance training is ideal to boost your testosterone? Exercises that involve multiple muscle groups and multiple joints, like squats, for example, they're going to be most productive. They will release most testosterone. So sets of 10 seem to be ideal, but you've got to reach failure during that rep range. And that's perfect when you look at it. You're keeping your joints safe because it's not too heavy, but still you can easily reach failure without that burning discomfort in the muscle, you know, because the volume is not too high. 3 to 4 short weekly workouts like 45 to 60 minutes each seem to release testosterone the most. As far as lifestyle is concerned, two things immediately come to my mind. First is vitamin D. You got to spend time out and get that natural sunlight. Did you know that 70% of population is deficient in vitamin D? How crazy is that? People spend time in the office, in the house, on the computer. Seems like nobody has the time to go outside. And that's why supplementing vitamin D can be very helpful. Another thing is sleep management. And looks like this is the hardest for most of the people, including myself. So here are some actionable steps that you can take to improve your sleep, my friend. First is adjusting your inner circadian clock by looking at the bright sunlight within the first hour after waking up. Doing that will trigger cortisol peak early in the day and raise your body temperature, which is one of the key things when it comes to sleep management, because it literally sets a timer for you to fall asleep later at night. Besides that, it will increase your focus and wakefulness during the day. Next, A cold shower in the morning increases your body temperature as well. You start releasing adrenaline from brain and body, which makes you feel more alert and increases dopamine. Then delaying your coffee for 90 to 120 minutes after waking up. And the reason why we're delaying it is to avoid that afternoon crash. It gives you smooth energy throughout the day without the need to take a nap during the day or to have late afternoon coffee, because avoiding caffeine ingestion for 8 hours before going to sleep improves the quality of your sleep. Now, during the evening hours, as the sun goes down, you also want to get some of that natural light into your eyes. That's literally your second reference point where you are adjusting your inner circadian clock and giving a sign to your body that it's evening and that the bedtime is approaching. And now, during the night, avoid bright light as much as possible, especially after 10 o'clock. Try dimming light on your computer, avoid using overhead lights as they are going to eliminate all of the melatonin that is circulating in your brain and body during the nighttime. And that melatonin is literally the hormone that is allowing you to fall asleep. You can also cool down the temperature of the room in which you're going to sleep. Taking warm shower can help you as well. And finally, you can take supplements like magnesium threonate, apigenin, and theanine. You can experiment with only one of these, maybe a combination of all three, or maybe you don't even need them. So you gotta see for yourself there. Stress can certainly have a negative impact on your hormone levels. I understand that high performers can deal with a lot of stress. Just try to find a way to relax. For me, meditation works. You can go for a massage like maybe once a week. Praying also works for many people because your mind and your spiritual health have huge impact on your hormones and how you feel generally. But this really is something that you have to figure out for yourself. Now let's quickly go through three main things to avoid if you want to have high testosterone and generally your hormones optimized. First is watching porn. This is taking so much power away from you. It sends signals to your brain that you have accomplished something when really you did nothing that would get you the reward of having a sexual partner. Dopamine receptors are extremely sensitive, and watching porn will get your dopamine completely depleted afterwards, which will result in deep lack of pleasure, maybe followed by depression episodes. Two is drinking alcohol. That will decrease your testosterone unless drunk in moderation. 2 drinks a day are not gonna make much difference, but if you are getting hammered every weekend, that's a problem. The most consumed drug out there. We've already talked about delaying that morning coffee for 90 to 120 minutes after waking up. That's great, but caffeine can impact your sleep negatively. That's why I suggest avoiding it at least 8 hours prior sleep. Because even if you can fall asleep, it will impact the quality of that sleep. Experiment with the timing and with the dosages. For example, when I have one coffee in the morning, I'll have pretty good energy and focus. When I have 2 coffees, I'm ultra productive, but my sleep gets interrupted, and that's not good. So find a sweet spot for you. It can be somewhere between 100 to 500 milligrams of caffeine per day. Finally, if you got all of these right, your lifestyle is on point, diet optimized, and you still want to make some improvement, you can start taking natural supplements. First is creatine. It increases your total testosterone, which increases production of DHT, helps you build more muscle, and even improves your cognitive function. However, 1/3 of people are going to be non-responders to creatine, in which case you can supplement 1 to 3 grams of betaine to make yourself responsive. We also have L-carnitine, 1 to 5 grams per day. However, if you have dysregulated gut microbiome, you might want to be concerned about carcinogen that carnitine might convert into, especially if you are taking high doses. So it takes a lot of guts to do that. I know this can be a lot of information to digest, but you can offset the negative effects of it by actually eating or supplementing garlic next to it. You can also supplement 5 to 10 milligrams of boron. So if your SHBG is way too high, boron can help you lower it, because SHBG is limiting the amount of free testosterone that's available for you. You also have tongatali. If you're on a low carb diet or in a caloric deficit trying to lose weight, therefore shouldn't be expecting to have a lot of growth hormone or insulin, you will have a huge benefit from supplementing Tongat Ali. Besides that, it's one of the best testosterone boosters out there. It will increase your total and free testosterone. By the way, there's absolutely no reason to cycle any of the supplements I've mentioned so far. That being said, we also have Vadoja agrestis. Usual dose is 300 milligrams per day. It will increase your luteinizing hormone and therefore result in increased testosterone. More aggressive approach would be 600 milligrams per day for a month and then cycle it for a few weeks. By the way, have you tried any of these supplements I've mentioned? Let me know what was your experience down in the comments. Subscribe if you are enjoying my content, and here I've got another video for you. It's 5 workout tips for busy people, since you might be a busy person if you're watching this. See you there. Bye.